Welcome back, guys, to another Fergie Bro Mechanics video. Today we're going to jump into the iron farm for 1.15 plus and 1.16 plus. It's very efficient, and as you can see behind me, if you kind of look to your right, you can see them burning already in lava, the iron golems. So I will show you really quickly, but we're in this little area I made, kind of a box that we have an already built iron golem farm, and I'm going to replicate it behind me. So if I just turn around real quickly, here it is. So it's actually designed by Nembom, I think for 1.14, but it still works really well. I don't think anything has changed really. So this is how it works. I can show you in a second. So we got like 3 levels. But pretty much what happens is there's villagers with beds, and these count as villages because there's at least 3 people and 3 beds with all of them have jobs. I don't know if that's mandatory, but I mean, that's what we're going to do. So, and then you got the redstone on top, so I don't think they can move that much or something. I don't really know what that is. But then we got this whole minecart rail, and pretty much you can see him go by, and we'll just follow him. So he's name tagged Nembon because, well, he is the map creator, so I just named the zombie that to give appreciation for this design that he made a while back. So pretty much what happens is he goes by, and then this little redstone circuit stops him for enough time for these villagers to get scared, which causes iron golems to spawn beneath, dropping them down into a lava flow sort of contraption. So pretty much right now is a detector rail, and when he comes around, the redstone underneath the block with the detector rail senses it with comparator with a torch underneath the block right there, if you can see it right there. Unpowering that, making it so he doesn't move. As you can see right there, he'll stop because it's unpowered, and then after a second it'll power back up and he'll go. And as you can see, it's usually 2 iron golems every time he stops at either any of the villages, mainly because there's 2 villages per spawn section, and then all of them just kind of funnel down here. And I actually haven't been here for that long, and seems like we're getting a pretty good amount. So I'd say this makes roughly, let's say, so 30 seconds. It probably makes one whole trip 30 seconds, which is 10 times 20, so 20 times 4, about 80, so 80 iron per 80 iron per 30, 80 iron per 1 round, per 30 seconds maybe. I'm pretty sure if I did my math right, which probably didn't, but it should be around 50. And right here, I kind of just a creeper blew this up earlier, so it's not traveling through there because I didn't replace the packed ice correctly, which does affect water flows, so that is no problem. That is on my part building mistake. So pretty much that is it, and we're going to start building this right to the right. Alright, so first thing you want to do is build a 12 long line of glass floating wherever you're going to build your farm. This top layer was just me counting how many blocks I placed. So first is 12 row of glass, and then you're going to build 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that's what you're going to start with. Alright, next you're going to build one up with a normal block, and you're going to use iron because it's an iron farm. Then you're going to build that little shape right there, so that's what it should look like. From this side, it is that 6 glass we placed, up 1 level, iron block right there. Alright, so now we're on inside. You're going to go underneath your 6th glass in that little position, build a 2x2 platform, and then a normal block right there. And then another normal block right next to that glass, and then just a glass block there for now. Next you're going to place one more block right there. You're going to take some redstone and some comparators actually, and a redstone torch as well. So let's grab those components, place a redstone torch underneath that block, just like that. Then you're going to take your one comparator, actually two redstone right there first, then one comparator facing there, and the other, actually wait, other way. One comparator there, and the other one there, facing opposite directions. Not a torch there, did not mean to place that, a redstone right there. And then we're going to put some rails on top. Alright, so you're going to put normal powered rails up, and then you're going to take a detector rail, which is a rail with a little dot, and then some powered rails, and then going down. Alright, you're actually going to take out that powered rail and place a normal rail right there. Then you're just going to extend this a little farther so we can get an example of what this is going to do. So I'm just going to extend that with some random amount of blocks and place some more powered rails. And then I'm going to put this right in the corner so it powers the rail that we will place to the left on that glass strip too. So let's take a normal minecart, and this is where all our zombie will be seated. So if we push this along, I just fell down, it will actually be sensed by the detector rail, stop it for a sec, long enough for iron golems to spawn in that village area, and then it will go to the next village, which that's not what it's going to do. We're going to extend that rail to another kind of thing like that. Alright, next you're going to extend that glass beam to 18 in total. So this from there to there is 18. Take your normal powered rails going across the top of those glass blocks. And one more right there. So somewhere in between, about right there, place a redstone torch or a redstone lever, whatever you have, doesn't really matter. And then flick that on so it powers all of those. And next we're going to do almost the exact same thing. Place a block right there. And then your sort of L-shape arrow pointing diagonally left down. And then right there we're going to place a normal block. And then underneath we're going to place a normal block right there. I think, which should be correct. Almost pretty much exactly like the other one. And then again we're going to go on the inside and build a 2x2 with a little one-off torch underneath that block, a redstone, which I do not have in my inventory, a redstone right there, two more redstone right there, and a comparator facing this way, and a comparator facing that way. And then again, we're going to do the, I'm going to have to go to those rails that I just got out of my inventory, put some, a detector rail right there, and then two normal rails, and then some more power rails, and that's pretty much that exact same system again. So we're going to build out some more glass. Alright, so this is currently at the length of 6, as you can see. We're going to make that go back to 18 again. So let's build that real quick. So that's currently 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that should be 18 in all. Now again, we're going to do the exact same system, which should be lined up. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to build one up right there, and then the same L shape sort of, just like that, and then a normal block right there, and then under the block as well. And then again, we're going to go one down. Break that. Did not mean to place that. And then that 2x2 with that extra one. Place a redstone there, redstone right there. Comparator facing this direction, a comparator facing that direction, and a torch underneath. And then we'll just fill in this whole row of powered rails, just like that. And then detector rail, two normal rails, and then more powered under there. And then we're going to extend this with some more glass. Which should just be 4, I believe. Alright, next step is to make this 4, and then you're going to bring this out 3, 4, to a length of 12 overall. So from right there, we're going to just place a torch because we're going to run a railroad there. Um, I'll explain the length in a sec. Let me just place these rails right there. So from right there, where that normal rail turning is, to this. Okay, I'm sorry, the weather is very annoying. I wonder if I can turn the weather cycle off. Alright, it seems that I turned it off, so hopefully we don't get any more rain or thunderstorms. So I'm just going to refer back to this already made iron farm that I made, just to refer back to throughout this tutorial. So we're going to count this as 3, 4, pretty much in depth, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I actually just counted that incorrectly. It's actually 18. So let's make our way back to over the one we were building and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're just going to spam build this bunch and keep going until we, and then we'll count it afterward, but and break off any extra that we build. So that's probably good. And then we'll use some normal rails so it can bend. Just span them across the tops of these glass. And then after this, we will count how many we have, which should be 18, if I remember from the other one correctly. So we got 1, 2, we'll just do this another counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That should be good, I believe. Just like that, we'll break these extra ones that I was counting with. And oops, gotta replace that. Alright. Now this is actually just 12 from that block over to the block right there. So that's 12 from those to that, or that to that. 12 blocks from there to there. Just make sure you got that down because that is important. And then we'll replace this torch to power those rails. And then just count this, should be 4. Just want to make sure we have the amount that we want. Yeah, that should be good. You don't have to put those torches, I just put those to count, and I'll break those later. Alright, so we actually just placed 3, and then we're going to put up the same sort of design as we did on the other side. Just like that, and then normal block there, and a normal block right there. And then one down, our same 2x2 platform with that one extra. But let's just place comparator there, and comparator there. And then redstone dust right there. Place our block right there, and place the redstone dust right there, and then the torch underneath. Detector rail right there, 2 normal rails, and then your power rail as normal. And then place your rails or your glass like that. And then I believe, let me just go check. Alright, so that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's actually 18. So count up 18. This glass line should be 18. Let's place some power for these rails right there. And that should power the entire thing, I believe. Yep, looks like it. And then next we're going to build one more of those little systems to stop the zombie for a second, so it will spawn the iron golems. That is actually some really nice sky graphics, not gonna lie. And again, we're gonna put this on the inside, not like I just built. So like that. Take our torch, take our redstone bits, put them like that, and then we're gonna take our comparators like that and like that. And the last of all, we're gonna put the detector rail, 2 normal rails, and the powered rails. Alright, next, so this should be 4 glass blocks, and we're going to do little zigzag right here. And this hopefully should just hook up pretty... Huh. Okay, let me check if I break this. I think... let me check some more. Alright, so just checked it, and we're just gonna make that 5, and then put these filled in blocks right there. And that syncs up pretty nicely with our other glass road. So I'm going to put rails on all of these glass blocks now. So we'll head over here. And then, so this is on our third side. And that should be 6. And then redstone torch right there. And we're going to place our powered rails along the side. You could put the redstone torch like right here. And right there, except that you have to use 2, and the one I placed powers both sides. So it's it's more cost effective. Yeah. So make sure you have that system down. Even though I've like gone through it like a lot of times, but make sure you have it down so it works. And make sure those comparators are facing the correct way. Alright, so we're back over here, and so that should be 5 glass blocks, 4 of them with powered. And then we're going to start with a normal rail right there, and then zigzag again across these glass blocks to complete our loop. One more right there, and then powered rails right there, and then we'll just connect it up to that line. Place, I think 1 torch should probably cut it for right here. Should power all of those. Yeah, looks like it. And that is our rail system done. So next part is going to be the villages. Alright, so we're going to go over to the side with 3, right here. Hopefully you know where we are positioned in this farm. And what we're going to do is, right here, we're going to go out 5, and these are going to be temporary blocks. I'm going to take a Fletcher table, and you can put 3 of them kind of lined up. We'll like to break these temporary blocks. So 3 of those, just like that. So that's how it should be placed. Then on the other side, closest to the rail system, you're going to put some temporary blocks again, take some iron trapdoors, and place them just like that, and break those temporary blocks. Okay, next you're going to take some redstone, run it across, and yeah, there's a new feature in the 1.16, which is very good for the redstone building. Alright, so next we're going to take some temporary blocks. I don't think you can place beds mid-air. Yeah, no, I don't think you can. So we're going to place 6 temporary blocks, and beds facing with the pillow directly towards the flashing table. Alright, so next we're actually going to take a block, put it above that redstone. Fairly simple. We're going to place an end rod right there, and a trapdoor right there, and another end rod right there to keep our villagers from jumping around. Okay, and then that's kind of a weird placement, but we're going to do that, and then place that back, just like that, and that's what it should look like when you're done with that. And then break these temporary blocks under the bed, so it's just air below them. Alright, next you're going to place 2 blocks placed above that, and then put some slabs, and that should be right there. Alright, so this is kind of hard to like count out, but what you want to have is sort of like this, and it should go 3 out in the back, just like that. Alright, so I zoom past that, but it's going to be 3 like that, and 3 on those 1 by 3 wings. You're going to take your villagers. You can minecart these if you're in survival, or somehow, whatever way you're going to get them here, but I'm just going to spawn them in because I'm creative. And these should sync up with the fletching jobs real quick. Yep, there you go. And then we can also test if they will sleep correctly in their beds. Let's break these temporary blocks real quick. So if I do time set night, they're going to all go to bed, hopefully. Okay, right, so they're synced up to those beds. And then if if I do times that day, hopefully they all just get into their positions. Just like, okay, that's perfect. So that's what you should want to see. Make sure you put the villagers in before you build all the beds in the other villagers we're about to build, because they will sync to separate beds, and it really won't work because the villages won't sync up. Alright, so we're just across from that on this next circuit thing with the rails. We're going to build out 5 again. 5 right there, and then this is our 6th block. This is the Fletcher. 3 like that, break those temporary blocks. We're building exactly what we built on the other side. So let's put some trapdoor right there, and then break that. Break those and not deploy. Oh my god. Alright, so just like that, you place that flushing table. Then some temporary blocks, 6 of them. Put the beds pillow facing towards the flushing table, and then we'll break those temporary blocks beneath the beds. Alright, next take your redstone dust and run it across those flushing tables. Place a normal block, trapdoor on top, and then you're going to want to take a end rod, place it like that, place it like that, break those, or actually you're just going to want to build that, doesn't really matter, just like that, and then one on that side, build that, break that, and then break that temporary block. It doesn't really matter which side those knobs are on. The hitbox is the same, so it's fine. So we're just spawning our villagers. Hopefully they sync up pretty quickly. Yep, they're all synced up. That's good. And then we're going to place our 2 blocks above again. And then slab 1, 2, break those 3, 1, 2, 3. So it should be 9 slabs across, and then exactly in the middle, it should start just like that. So it looks pretty symmetrical. And then 2, and I'm gonna have to back up a little. 3 right there. So 3 extended back, and that's just to stop them from being lightninged from the skies. So they don't turn into witches. Again, on this one, exact same thing. We're going to build out 5, just like that. Then fletching table right there, 3 of them. I just cannot place blocks correctly, apparently. Just like that. And then you're going to want to break these temporary blocks. Place your trapdoors just like that. Gotta place these pretty well. Alright, temporary blocks out. 6 of them, and the beds just like that. Break the temporary blocks. Then you run your redstone dust underneath with your end rods, just like that, and then on top as well, just like that. All right, and then just like that. I did not mean to break that. Let's break that and that. All right. Now you can spawn or place your villagers in there, just like that, and they're all synced up. Alright, almost forgot the roof, very important. So it should be 9 across, and perfectly in the middle. Break those temporary blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then make sure it's lined up. It seems like we're missing one on that side. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Should be overhanging the beds by 1 in the back. Alright, so we got 3 villages done, or what the game thinks is 3 villages. We're going to start that on this side as well. So simple enough. It should be that easy. So what we're actually going to have to do is on the inside of the rail system now, we're going to place 5 out again, and Fletcher table, Fletcher table, Fletcher table. It's exactly the same, okay? And I'm not going to go over it, so hopefully you got that from those 3 we built already. So just trapdoors in front, just like that, and then the temporary blocks with the beds on top. Make sure you have your end rods and trapdoors placed correctly. Break the temporary blocks underneath the beds. And then also place a roof on top. Make sure you do that. So we're going to build 3 of those just across on the middle, 5 temporary blocks out, and then your fletching table. And we're going to build 3 of those opposite of the ones on the outside we built already. Alright, just finishing the last village's roof opposite of the ones on the outside. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that should be good. Got our villagers in there and 3 across, just like the other ones. And then what we're going to do now is actually build 4 more of those villages on these 2 out here. So let's do that really quickly. Yeah. Alright, so on the other side, we're going to build out 5 in the inside. We're going to start actually. So that's 3 right now. And then that is 5 temporary blocks. Then on the 6th block out, you're going to build the fletching tables, 3 across, and trapdoor just like that. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do temporary blocks again with the beds on top. Pillow, make sure the pillows are facing towards the fletching table, or the villagers will pop out on the beds and maybe even get struck by lightning and ruin your farm. So do not do that. Run your redstone across, just like that. Just put 1 and then break that. 2 up, slab. Okay, then you place an end rod just right there, temporarily. Place an end rod there, and place an end rod on top. Break that end rod. Temporary end rod, temporary not temporary on top. Break that. We gotta replace this trapdoor I accidentally broke. And spawn our villagers in. And then we gotta put our roof on as well. And forgot I already put the slab up there. So just like that. And 2. And 2. Alright, so just making sure our villagers are still there. They kind of like faded out of my render for a second there. I just want to make sure they didn't despawn or anything. Yeah, so we are missing 1 on the right. Let's go over there and place that down. Alright, so that should be good. I'm going to build that right here too. So I accidentally built those earlier. So right here, we're going to build out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a fletching table, and do the exact same we just did right here. Alright, so that is in that village too. We're going to break those temporary blocks, and we're going to have to do those on the outside as well. So just right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, temporary block, and then the fletching tables. And then, as you know, we're going to do the routine we've been doing or I've been doing for the last 20 minutes. Hopefully you got it down. Trapdoors just like that. Break those temporary blocks, and then temporary blocks next to the fletching tables with the beds. Pillow facing towards the fletching table. We're going to build that village right there. Alright, so we just finished that one. We're going to do the same right here on the outside of the rail track. 5 out. Fletching table or fletcher table, and then break those temporaries again, and then redstone across, and then trap doors just like that. Oh, wrong. I hit the top, and then right there, and then temporaries in the back with the beds, pillows facing towards the fletching table. So we're gonna build that village real quick. Alright, so that village is done. Forgot to put the roof on this village, so we're just going to build that real quick. And that's going to be it for all the villagers, which pretty much makes it possible for the iron golems to actually spawn in. So we're going to build that roof real quick. Alright, so that should be good. Let's break those temporary blocks. And all our villages are done. That should be 8, and then plus those 2 on the outside, which makes it 10 villages, which is pretty good amount. Alright, so we're actually getting pretty far through this build. Pretty much all the hard part and accuracy is done, but the next part we're going to do is actually the spawning platforms for the iron golems, with the water and stuff, which is almost the last part. So we're just going to create any type of glass color. I'm just going to use purple for this, just to show this. Pretty much we're going to go down, there should be airspace of 3 right there, and then 2 high glass right there. and then panes on the side. And then that's where they will spawn, and then fall down into the lava. So 3 airspace. Right below that, we're on this one right here, and we're just gonna place these. Actually, we do not need to place these, so let's break those. So that is 3 airspace with a glass right there. We're gonna just extend this a little out. Just make sure it's out enough. So I think it's one more on this side, I think, and then 2 more. Yeah, should be good. So it's an oh wait, one more. It should be a 9 long glass bar, and then we're gonna make that go down one more. All right, so we're gonna get some panes for the sides, and we'll just put it like that, and like this. Alright. So it should be 4, and there's slabs, so we're going to use some quartz slabs. You can use any slabs, any glass color you want. And just for the sides, you're going to have to use glass panes. So that's 4, I believe, which I'm just going to put a bunch, and we can break some off later. I think I accidentally put 5, so let's just build that, and let me just check to make sure I didn't see 5. Yeah, 4. So let's break 1, and then 3 in the middle with some gates so the water doesn't flow off the sides. So yeah, we have 5 here, so let's break that 1 row off the edge. And then let's just use trapdoors to mark this, so 3, and then we pick up slabs, break those, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be good, and then go over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 back, and then just like that, and then we're gonna fill that in, just real quick. So fill that in. Right, just like that. Alright, so next we're going to take some glass panes and we'll build it up right there. And then do not need to place that underneath, just like that. I think that's far enough. And there we go. And then let me just check how far those go. Okay, so those go all the way. Alright, so we're going to just build those panes again, break that one, and then build on the second layer of those right there. Alright, so big blocks of glass again. 1 row there. And then the second row above that. And then again, we're going to put some glass panes. Will just fall off this wall. I think one of the most annoying things in Minecraft is placing glass panes. It's one of the most like precise things you gotta place, just like that. And it's so annoying. Alright, so that should be good. Now let's grab any type of gates. We're just gonna use some. Actually, we'll use some crimson gates because that is closest color to our purple kind of color scheme that we got going. So we're gonna build all of these out so the water does not fall off the side. Right, so all of those are in, and you want to open all of them as well. So we're going to take our water buckets. You can also use ice buckets actually, and then ice blocks, and then break them, and it'll turn into water sources, which is actually really easy. So it should look like that now. So we're actually going to get our mine carts with our zombie and everything in. So let's grab our zombie, and you can actually, if you're in a desert by any chance, or you have access to a lot of husks, it's going to be easier if you get a bunch of husks, or just one husk and name tag it, because you don't need to give them a helmet. because they're immune to the sun. Except normal zombies, they will die to the sun. Just like, yeah. But right now it's night. Wait, now it's day. Wait. So pretty sure you just throw them. Oh shoot. Oh, and that's also going backwards, so it didn't have time to spawn the Iron Golem. Damn. Yeah, but it's night right now. Wait, then why did that guy burn? Okay, I'm really confused, but I don't really know what's happening. Let's break that rail right there. That'll empower that one. Place a minecart. And we'll place a zombie right there. Now, I can't really remember how to, like, apply my armor to them. And I'm just gonna get a husk in there real quick so I don't have to deal with this dispenser and stuff. Alright, so we did manage to get a zombie, and we named him Nembon just because I wanted to thank again Nembon for this design. So this guy's actually going backwards, so I wonder if we can catch him and push him the other direction. There we go. So he's name tag holding an object, so he shouldn't despawn unless we got some weird bug or something, which will probably be in my game only, so it won't happen for you guys. But yeah, very unlikely. So if we just place this guy, he's gonna. What did I do? Oh, okay. Well, I forgot to put a power over here for these rails tracks. So let's place a redstone torch right there, or since I have a lever, we're just gonna power that real quick. And of course, he's going the other direction. I do not want him to go. So let's push him back the other way. And this should hopefully, it'll pause right there at that one, and they won't spawn because there's no spawning platform like the other one we just built. So if we watch this real quick, it will take a second. Alright, so we got two right there. And pretty much they just spawn there and they fall down. So the last thing you gotta do, guys, is build a little killing chamber, which it's not manual. It's you just put some lava and some water that collects the item underneath. So we're gonna do that real quick. This guy is so buff. Alright, so on the one I built earlier, actually has like a really nice water flow that kills them and then takes all their items to a certain location, but just for now, I'm just going to explain how you can kill these guys really simply without burning all their loot that they drop. So let's just build a little kind of box thing underneath where they drop out. Make sure this is in the boundaries for where they drop, because I think I'm just going to build one for example, but it's probably not going to be in the radius that you want. Yeah, so we got some more coming down too. Let's just build it like that big. So this is completely just like random. I'm building it. But let's take some water, place it in the corners, and let's see where that flows. I don't really know. Wow, okay, that really worked well. So that's perfect actually. We're gonna have to heighten this wall a little. So I think that's 11 blocks too, just if you wanted to remember that. But yeah, so we're gonna have to heighten this by 2 blocks or 4 blocks maybe, and then put some signs in, put the lava on top of that. Alright, so we just filled some signs in. We're gonna take some lava, and this is on the 3rd layer. We're placing the lava, which will just hit their heads and start burning them. Let's see if that reaches them. I don't really know the flow length of lava, but I don't think that's gonna cut it. So, and we can't kind of put them on top of those, so we're gonna put them in the middle of there. Alright, so that is actually reaching all of them, which is really good. So they will actually burn and then drop their items below the lava level. Like as you can see right here, it's going to just go into the water, and then there's a hopper I put under there off camera to collect all the iron. So that's pretty much the entire farm if you just replicate the spawning platform with the water and the gates beneath every single 2 villages, just like I built. If you replicate that under every single village, or 2 villages, it's 1 spawn platform for every 2 villages. And then you also have to put the killing chamber, which you can make actually whenever you want, and you can make the golems lead to a certain area if you want to like put them in like one area combined. But this is kind of just easy. So I'm pretty sure for some reason our zombies despawned, but let's just name tag this guy Numbomb again. Throw this guy in the minecart and let him be the new Numbomb. So he'll just stop right there and see if we can get any more iron golems. Usually, I mean, it's pretty much always that it happens. Right, so we got 2 right there. These guys are going to fall down into the lava, burn, drop their items, and we'll just actually check to see how the collecting is going. So we got 22 already, and we only have like 4 guys. I think it's like 4 iron per guy or more. And then you also get poppies, which you can make into an automatic bone meal farm, which is not that efficient, but yeah, I mean, you get some on the side if you're AFKing for iron. There comes some more irons coming to the system. But yeah, you just put a hopper, you make a sorting system that goes into, one goes into a composter and one goes into a storage for your iron, because poppies can go into composters to make bone meal. And those iron golems on the ground are actually just guys who, before I built the killing chamber at the bottom, kind of just fell down and started walking away. That's not some bad spawn surfacing thing that is glitching out. That's just they wandered off from this spawn platform above me. But yeah, this actually works really well, and you get a lot of iron. I'm not gonna lie. I built this on a multiplayer world of mine, or server of mine, and it works so well. So that's pretty much it, guys. So I will see you in the next one. I sort of want to see if I can just hook this up real quick, but I don't think it will work. So if I just take the chest and put the shift click right there, and if I throw them in on top, actually wait, no I won't because they'll go in the lava. I think, wait, let me just, yeah, I don't want to throw them in. Yeah, we'll just go beneath and put them in a hopper. But I think you have to build a sorting system for this to work, so let's just take these 12 poppies and put them there. And it looks like they're going right into the next hopper and not going down into the composter. So we're going to actually have to, you're going to have to make a sorting system, and then one goes into a composter, you sort the poppies into a composter, and then the iron goes into like a separate storage area, so you can collect all your iron after you AFK. But that is pretty much it. I'm not going to build all the killing chambers and all the spawn platforms, because I just don't have that time in this video. As you can see, you've been watching this for about 45 minutes, which is unreal if you've actually stuck around for that long. So that is it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. And make sure you actually put these bars down here, so that the iron golems don't like kind of move midair and then like land on like the side of your killing chamber. Like that might have just happened to me. I'm not gonna verify that, but yeah, simple fix. You just put those down at the sides of your thing. But okay, this guy's getting way too close to that guy. All right, that guy's turning his head away. He's like, nope, get out of here. All right, so that is it. And I will see you in the next one.